Hey, what's up everyone? I have some tech news for you guys today, and the first thing is that Nvidia has announced that they will be lowering the price of the GTX 780 from $650 to $500, and this very likely has to do with the release of the 290X from AMD, which has very identical and similar performance. But the 290X has 4 gigabytes of VRAM, while the GTX 780 has 2 gigabytes of VRAM, but you can spend within 30 or 50 bucks more to get a 4 gigabyte edition of the GTX 780. And the other reason they're doing this is because they are planning to release the GTX 780 Ti, and it's very likely going to be in the same price point that the GTX 780 was before, which is $650. Now, a while back I told you guys about a monitor that was released by ASUS that had a 144Hz refresh rate and a 2 millisecond response time. Now it looks like BenQ has decided to release their own monitor with a 144Hz refresh rate, but theirs has a 1 millisecond response time, so you'll get the most responsive and smooth experience you can possibly get. And the main difference between this and ASUS's monitor is that it's been claimed to have much better color reproduction. Now this is really great to see because you notice a lot of high-end monitors, whether it has a really high refresh rate or a high resolution, they tend to have very bad coloring. So to see a monitor like this with the most responsive response time as possible, 144Hz refresh rate with good color reproduction is really great. Now keep in mind, this is a 24-inch monitor, while ASUS's monitor is a 27-inch. Now, BenQ does have a 27-inch monitor, but it has a 120Hz refresh rate and not 144. Even though it's really great to have a high-end monitor with a very high refresh rate and have an awesome graphics card giving you very high frame rates, there's still one small problem people have noticed for a very long time, and that's when you experience a little bit of choppiness as well as a little bit of micro stuttering. And the reason this happens has to do with the frame rate being lower than the refresh rate. Now when it comes to the refresh rate, the number stays the same all the time, while the frame rate changes very often. So let's just say, for example, if you're getting 95 to 105 FPS, you might experience a little bit of choppiness because the two numbers are not the same and because the frame rate is trying to struggle to meet the same number of the actual refresh rate. Now you may not notice this as much if you're on a 60Hz refresh rate monitor, but that's because it's not too hard to get 60 FPS in a game, and some games are actually capped at it. So because you're getting similar numbers and very identical ones, you're not experiencing that choppiness. But when you're getting only 105 FPS, when your monitor has 144Hz refresh rate, that's when you really start noticing it. But it looks like Nvidia's came up with a solution known as G-Sync. Now what G-Sync is a technology that they're going to be actually putting into monitors, and as far as I know it supports and works on any 600 or 700 series graphics cards. And what it does is change the refresh rate based upon the frame rate you're getting from the actual graphics card. And that is really great. So this is what they're going to be doing to make the numbers change based upon the frame rate so then they will match evenly. And if you want, I will have a link in the description below that'll take you to a video that will give you a great example. Now keep in mind, you're very likely going to be watching on a 60Hz refresh rate monitor, and YouTube is going to be lowering the frame rate to 30 FPS instead of 60 or whatever they actually recorded this at. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and once I hear more details on G-Sync, whether it's the price or the specs, as well as the GTX 780 Ti, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Well, anyways, thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.